This game is a classic demonstration of how rapid development, central control, and coordinated attacking play can completely overwhelm an opponent who neglects king's safety. In sharp openings like this, time is everything, and black gives it away move after move. The fiery spirit of the king's gambit begins with e4, e5, f4, e takes f4, where white willingly sacrifices a pawn to seize the initiative, open the f-file, and drag the game into chaos. It is not about material, it is about speed, pressure, and the king in the center. After white plays queen f3, eyeing both the pawn on f4 and the vulnerable f7 square. Black responds with queen f6, bringing out queen nixo early, but this move quietly creates a long-term problem. It blocks the g8 knight and signals a willingness to lose time in the opening. And in sharp positions, lost time becomes lost survival. White continues with knight c3, calmly developing while tightening control over the center and supporting the f4 pawn pressure. Black plays bishop d6, trying to stabilize and develop, but white immediately strikes with knight d5. This is the first real jolt of the game. The knight lunges forward, hits queen nixo, and forces her all the way back to d8. No comfort, no coordination, just retreat. Already white has gained something more valuable than material, momentum. White builds further with d4, taking space in the center and unlocking the position for active pieces. Black responds with c6, trying to kick the knight and restore order, but white ignores the distraction and plays knight takes f4, simply restoring material balance while keeping the initiative alive. After black captures on f4 and white recaptures, the position becomes clear. White is developed, centralized, and ready to attack. Black, meanwhile, has already spent multiple moves on queen nixo, while the rest of the army is still asleep. Black plays queen e7, continuing the wandering queen plan instead of building harmony. White responds by castling long, placing the king on the queen side and preparing a direct assault on the opposite wing. Now the game becomes a race, but only one side is running forward. By the 10th move, the contrast is already brutal. White has a strong center, safer king, and coordinated pieces pointing toward the enemy king. Black is underdeveloped, overextended on the queen side, and reliant on a queen that has been chased across the board. Queen nixo is far from the real battlefield, and the real battle is about to begin. Black finally tries to strike in the center with d5, but it is already too late to change the nature of the position. White captures on d5, black recaptures, and then re1 check crashes into the position like a breaking door. The king has lost the right to castle. He is now stranded in the middle of the board, exposed and alone. Queen nixo is nowhere near him. Then comes bd6 check, a move that cuts through the position like a blade. Black block, but white continues without hesitation. bxe7 check. The bishop is thrown away to rip open the defenses and drag the king deeper into danger. Black responds with kg8, but the position is already collapsing. Queen Lola now seizes control with qxd5, stepping into the center like a commander claiming the battlefield itself. Black plays h6, a move that tries to create breathing room, but it only creates weaknesses. White calmly continues with bd3, bringing yet another piece into the attack. Black replies with g6, but now the dark squares around the king begin to crumble. There is no shelter left, no coordination, no help coming from Queen nixo, who is still wandering far from the kingside crisis. Then the finish begins. Queen Lola strikes with queen d8 check, forcing the king to g7. The net is tightening. Bishop f6 check follows immediately, and the king is driven further to h7. Every square is controlled. Every escape is removed, and then comes the final moment. Queen takes h8. Checkmate.